Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Tea Time with Honey. This week, we're not going to be talking about anything that's like political or bullshit or whatever. Nothing that is causing me stress. This week, we're just going to shoot the shit and talk about, how we're surviving the quarantine, how we're staying sane, what we're doing to stay sane. Just simple shit.
We don't want to talk about the virus. We don't want to talk about the Trump. We just want to...
The Trump.
Talk about our own sanity today.
Exactly.
Well, why don't you lead us off then?
Sounds like quality time spent right.
What have you been doing to keep sane, Miss B?
Right now, I am playing Sims 4, working on this new house. I just put it up in my gallery, so if you want to go check that out.
Nice. I'm actually going to go find you.
Download it. It's a house for Del Sol Valley.
What's your name on The Sims?
Honey Be Kind.
Oh, of course. Duh.
I think it's a 0 for the honey.
Okay. I'll look you up when I get out. I have pretty much everything. I have like 2 things that I do not have for The Sims.
Yeah, I've got most of the packs right now.
I don't have Tiny Living. And there's another, fashion one that I don't have.
I have Tiny Living. I like it. Especially, for building, the TV living room area inside the bedrooms.
Oh, okay.
Using the tiny home stuff for, the tiny home tables and shit, helps keep everything in a compact little area that the Sims can still get to.
I'm actually thinking about picking that one up today, but those 2 things, and I've completed everything. I've got everything that they offer.
Yeah. I still gotta get into the game because the entire time I've been playing this, I'm just building shit. I haven't really played. I played the Strangerville story, and I beat that story, and then I just went back to building.
I've actually considered going on and just kind of creating different families and just sort of going online and doing sort of a live stream and just sort of do dramatic stories based off of the lives of the people that we create.
Yeah.
What are you doing to keep sane, Mr. Omar?
Those are my game packs.
Oh, you got most of them.
Yeah.
Mr. Omar, you got to use your words. We're doing this via...
Words and things. No, just making music. I actually haven't been this creative since I was homeless in New Mexico.
Okay, fair enough.
So I've been just churning them out high speed. I get ideas. Usually after work, by the end of the night, I try to make a little something while I have a little drink with my girlfriend. We sit and watch something and just do the hubby wifey thing, and while I make beats. Hubby wifey things as having drinks and watching TV together.
You were mentioning what was it you used for putting together your beats, your music?
Ableton. Because it's simple looking, but it's very deep. Coming from somebody that started doing things on old school hardware samplers, that's the best one that I guess the closest to whatever workflow I used to have when I was doing the old school hardware thing. Because everything comes clean and you are the one who basically put everything there. So yeah. I enjoy that to make beats, and I won some new a new version of a DJ software through remix competitions that they do online. So I'm probably gonna be geeking out playing DJ sets all week. So if I send you a link to something, go listen because you might like it.
Good shit.
There was a couple of different sites that I was looking at for I don't know, they had beat packs, stuff like that.
Well, you get sample packs if you want to use that. But you could also sample for previously recorded material. As long, for example, if you get a song that have drums, you just get the drums and chop them up and just make your own drums.
Yeah, I know. That's actually how you created one of the first pieces of music that we started using for the end of the Cinematic Anarchy podcast.
Yeah, it's recognizable if you throw enough effects in it. I actually met this guy. He's a British dude, a jazz guitarist that I sampled once in New York. And I showed him one of the stuff I sampled from him, and he wouldn't recognize himself playing on that. So if you throw enough effects on it, that's it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm doing about 8 different things to keep myself sane.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of stuff. Mostly I'm doing a purge of the shit in my house. Like, I think...
Dude, I need to purge my room. I've been so fucking lazy.
I've been cleaning up a bit more, too.
I've had all of the time in the world to clean, and every day I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. I want to do stuff, but I don't want to do stuff that that I have to do.
Yeah, I mean, just even those of us that are working from home, just taking the time off the commute frees up time a lot. That I didn't think it wasn't gonna make that much of a difference because I figured, well, I'm gonna be working anyways. It's still gonna be, whatever amount of hours they let me work. So, it'll be what it'll be. But in reality, it frees up a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like, for example, how long is your commute to work normally when you're not working, Nico?
How long is my what?
Your commute to work, like
it's
your
like
trip.
15 minutes.
Oh, so it's not that bad.
It's
kind of like what me and Chris, we're in different cities, but kind of at the same distance from work, right, Chris?
Yeah, it takes about 15-20 minutes to get to work.
Yeah, but then add to that the time that you don't have to get ready to go.
Right.
You just throw in whatever and work.
See, I do my makeup at work, so...
I think I'm getting
even having to, pick something to wear that you could wear at work, stuff of that nature. It just frees up a lot of time. I don't have to bring lunch into work, so I don't have to prepare it. I could just grab whatever I have already here and throw it on a plate, on a home plate. I don't have to put it on no Tupperware. All that is freeing a whole bunch of time to do other things.
Yeah. Like, for the first time since the end of 2018, we don't have overtime available anymore. So, I don't have to wake up stupid early and be like, oh, hey, I'll just get a couple extra hours in and fucking take that time.
That definitely makes.
I mean, right now, overtime. I hate that they took away overtime right when we need it most.
Yeah.
From what I
hear, but in all fairness, they also, I understand the need to take it out for most companies.
Yeah. I mean, they can't afford it.
The overtime.
Everybody working from home, and everybody who is working from home is going to be trying to take as much overtime as they can get.
Yeah, and even if it wouldn't be, it would be selfish of me, for example, who would love to have kept that overtime on, to say, oh no, fuck them, they took the overtime. Well, I mean, everybody's hurting right now.
Yeah,
there's that.
The overtime's going to be coming back on our end.
On your end of the floor?
Yeah, apparently a lot of the companies that were originally putting a stop on collections notices, putting a stop on the collections activity. I guess several states have opened collections back up. So we were initially having client-requested stops, and that's going to stop soon. We're talking about our job. We shouldn't do that. Oh, no. Not giving away any trade secrets. Don't worry.
We haven't said what the name of the place is.
No, not at all. Actually, you let it slip.
And we're not mentioning any names.
You let it slip with a resounding "fuck you" on one podcast. I'm being quiet.
Shh. They don't need to know that.
I've also been playing The Sims a little bit, and I'm trying to get our live stream capabilities up. I've got my No Man's Sky up and ready, so we can do that.
Word. Yeah, no, the only reason I haven't been playing No Man's Sky with you is just because, like, anytime you're playing is when Fredo's on the game.
Well, I mean, I start
I mean,
playing...
it's his PlayStation, so, like, he's gonna be playing whenever.
I start playing as soon as I get off of work sometimes. So I'm on around, like, 5:15 in the afternoon, and I can play till almost 2 o'clock at night, so...
2 in the morning?
Well, it's nighttime, but yes, in the morning. You're right. I still call it 2 o'clock at night, because it's not 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I want to make it feel like what it actually fucking is. It's not the morning unless I've gone to sleep before then and I woke up. It looks like we lost Omar altogether.
Apparently.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but maybe he'll hop back on in a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about this week. Fucking... I've not really been doing much. Fucking... I've been playing Sims, and that's pretty much it. I haven't really been working on any artwork or anything like that.
Well, I mean... That's one of the things I've been finding about... I want to say that I've been doing all this shit, but when it comes right down to it, the inability to leave my house has made me kind of lazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I gained like an extra half hour, not half hour, like hour and a half to 2 hours a day. I've gained back the money that I'd normally spend on gas or go out, normally that I'd spend going out and doing shit. And what I've done with it is nothing at all.
Yeah, pretty much. Fucking, I've what have I been spending my money on? Fucking ordering food and shit.
We're trying not to do that. We actually went out and bought what we're hoping is about a week and a half's worth of groceries for the house.
Yeah, I need to stop doing that.
Right, because ordering out becomes really easy to do, but then you also run the risk of not knowing who's handling your food.
Exactly.
From point A to point B. At least with the grocery store, it's less of a mystery. It's still sort of a mystery because it has to get to the store somehow, but...
Yeah.
You're hoping that, somebody wasn't sneezing on all the produce before you got there.
Yeah.
Have you been to the grocery store recently?
Not since last week.
So I think we were talking about it during the Cinematic Anarchy podcast, but like there's a lot of things that are around the grocery store that bother me now. Like all the gloves in the middle of the parking lot, all the PPE that people wear into the store and then decide after that we're going to throw it on the ground. Which to me means that technically they're not protecting themselves.
No, nobody is. Nobody knows what fucking cross-contamination means.
That being said, I mean, they're now making people wait in lines. So depending upon the size of the store, like with Market Basket, they're only letting X amount of people in. Like the local one here, they're only allowing 136 people in the store at any given time.
Really? Wow, that's a lot more than the places I've seen, because a lot of places I've been seeing they're only allowing like 50 people in at a time.
Yeah, our store has 136. They're locking one side and they're only letting people in and out that one set of doors. You're greeted with people that are sanitizing your carriage before they give it to you.
Okay.
And there's literally a guy at the door that's got it. They wait till there's 136 people in there, and then there's a guy at the door that checks people in as people are walking out. We luckily got to the store yesterday before the line really started, so we were one of the first 136 people in the door.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's good, But still, 50%, there should be a rule. I mean, 50% of the people are not wearing masks, gloves, nothing. You know?
I mean, honestly, that's not, it's almost worse that people are wearing gloves and not changing out the gloves after everything they touch.
I mean, very true. I mean, what the gloves are really not doing much to prevent them from being sick. It's not really doing much to prevent them from touching things that may have already been contaminated and contaminating the next thing that they touch.
Yeah.
So, there's only so much you can do to protect yourself in the society that we currently live in. Because your products get handled by probably any given object, 10 to 15 people before it even reaches the store.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you go through the people that are assembling and making the product that goes into the box, that goes and gets shipped. So the product gets shipped to the place where they box it up, and then the box gets shipped to the place where they're shipping it out. And usually there's a big warehouse storage facility, and then any number of people there handle it to get it to where it needs to go to any particular store. It's a lot of middleman. So
yeah. No, fucking, I don't know, man. I'm so sick of this shit. I'm ready to go indulge in stupid shit that I don't need.
Right? You've been finding yourself shopping on Amazon a little bit more often than you should?
Yeah.
I just bought a...
No, like, I haven't even been shopping on Amazon. Like, I'm looking through Amazon and I'm browsing shit. I'm browsing for shit that, like, might be interesting, keep me busy, and it's like,
Battery low, please charge now.
Uh-oh. Hold on a minute. We got cut off here for a second. It yelled at me and told me that my battery's low. I was expecting that sooner or later. I just didn't expect it as soon as it happened. I'm gonna go into just regular audio for a minute here. Bear with me just a second.
All
right. This is Miss B's podcast, but unfortunately, I am the one responsible for all the equipment. So let's see if we can go and... Can we hear you? I can't hear you at all. Hold on a minute. Let's see. So I gotta change up all this stuff. This sucks. Hold on a minute. You gotta love this. I gotta keep talking to fill the fucking dead air. You can hear me, right? You can hear me perfectly fine, but I have no volume on this fucking thing at all. There we go.
Words and things.
Right, now I'm gonna... this is nowhere as nice as my Bose speaker, so we'll just bring you right over here.
Alright.
Alright. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass.
A bit?
Just a bit. Well, I thought I had this thing fully charged. But it's an old speaker, too, so, I mean, I guess I can't really gauge when the battery is going to want to just fucking die on me.
Yeah.
And that, if I'm not mistaken, is Mr. Omar telling us that his phone died and he's logging on through his laptop. So we're having all sorts of technical difficulties today.
All kinds of fucking issues.
I'm going to see if I can do this here. Maybe I can just bring myself up on my phone. Because my phone has better volume than my... Yeah, there we go. And I can hear you better now.
Can you? Word. Things.
Right. The audio's not as good, right? Because the audio coming out of the Surface is actually pretty damn good. But the audio from the phone is louder.
Okay.
So that works. What is going on over there?
Fredo is going out into the room.
Squeaky door. I'm going to buy you some WD-40. All right. Well, now here's the question. If we're just talking about what's keeping us sane for the first half of the podcast, what's the second half going to be about?
I don't even know, man. I'm just, like, going with whatever we got. We don't got anything. There hasn't really been much to, like, talk about. Being stuck inside is fucking driving me insane.
I'm, like, right there. It is definitely driving me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
We had to switch up the audio here, sir. My speaker died, and we got Omar back. We lost him for a few minutes. Can you hear us, Omar?
I am here. Thank God for keeping notes of where you put me. That way you don't keep losing me so much.
We're glad not to have lost you.
Sorry, guys. My phone died. I logged into my laptop. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you're good.
Took a picture of us. We can send that out later.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Wait. My hair.
Your hair?
Yeah, right, my hair, bro.
Yeah, we'll get a better one right there. Yeah, we're just discussing we don't even know what we're going to do for the second half of the podcast. At this point, we're kind of rambling and filling a little bit of air.
Yeah,
it's good. I mean, we're spending quality time. I mean, it's what we need to do sometimes. And I'm happy that we got to do this today because the Trump is driving me crazy right now. Trump is driving me crazy, man.
We shall not speak of that man.
I don't even want to listen to anything politics at this point. Like, everything that comes out of this administration so far is just laughable.
I'm not even sure
it's fucking embarrassing to watch how we're handling this fucking COVID issue.
Yeah, he's just stupid. Stupid to say the least. But hey,
I don't think that, first of all, this COVID issue should be handled as a political issue.
No.
It's a humanitarian issue. It has nothing to do with politics. Put your fucking politics aside and just work towards fixing the mess.
Yeah, exactly.
That being said, I don't want to talk about Trump or politics. I'm done with that for right now. And, you know, in all honesty, I'm looking at my news feed here and I'm trying to find some positive things to, like, chat with you guys about. It's not easy.
There's nothing positive right now, right?
Yeah, it's just nothing good that we could say about this whole, the way they're doing this.
Oh, God, it's exhausting existing right now.
Yeah, just a little. Just a little. I'm thinking. I have a couple of things maybe to talk about. You want to take a quick break first?
Yeah, sure. Let's go on break. We'll listen to a couple of sponsors and then come back and I don't even know. We'll figure something out.
We'll make a quick search in the news feeds and see if we can find anything even remotely positive.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, who is this?
What?
Someone in my Sims game just fucking walked into my house.
Fair enough.
Is it trying to buy it?
You gotta lock your doors. You gotta lock your doors so nobody can just randomly come in.
Yeah. Oh, wait. No, it's my maid.
Because if you got that vampire update, like, the vampires will invade your house.
Yeah, but they can't come in unless you invite them in, right?
No, I've had some just come in.
That's what I was thinking just now.
I've had some just walk in.
Alright, welcome back to Tea Time with Honey.
Introduced and brought to you by the Sound of Happiness.
Yes. You want to know how we're staying sane in this bullshit? That's how. Fucking bong rips. Alright.
Bong rips for you, shots for me.
And
we're not gonna do any fucking, like, political discussions or anything like that. This week we're just shooting the shit and fucking hanging out, and we're gonna play Ducking High. And basically it's just similar to Cards Against Humanity, where you pick some cards and you answer with stupid answers, and it's a good wasting your time game.
Exactly. So let's see. I got a handful of questions here. We're going to start with one of our mindfuck questions. So you guys can't read that. It's all backwards. Okay. Sorry.
No, I could read it.
You could read that?
Well, I mean, if you put it in the camera, yeah. If you're incapable of farting, how would you prove it to your friends?
Right. There's a question.
Is that a thing?
I don't think
Like,
you
does
could.
that really happen in real life that somebody's incapable of farting?
I don't think you could prove it, because at that point,
By
what
not
are you gonna do?
farting?
Take a shit in front of your friends?
Right? It's like every time I try to fart, I actually shit my pants.
Like, I'm not gonna
That's
fucking
like-
shit myself to fucking
I
prove
guess-
something.
I guess that would be more of a tornado way of saying I don't fight, I shoot.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't fight, I shoot.
Oh my god. Sounds like a lot of people I know.
All right. We'll go and we'll move on to the next question, because that one's not an easy one to answer at all. It really isn't. I mean, how would you
Well,
prove it?
that's really, I don't think there's even an answer at all to it.
I'd say a doctor's note. Somebody basically goes to a physician and they are incapable of farting. They medically know that you are incapable of farting. You basically got a physician's note that says, yeah, see, right here. These are all the reasons why I'm incapable of farting.
All solid and liquid, no gas.
What kind of tests would they run, though, to find out that you physically cannot fart?
I
don't
have
wanna
no
know. I don't want
idea.
to know. Actually, you know what? Let's move on from this question. I don't want to know that.
I feel like that's a hell of a proctological exam, whatever it is.
The good old latex glove and middle finger kind.
So here we go. Here's another question for you. You want to read this or should I?
If you could exchange a United States state for a foreign country, what state and country would you trade?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Go ahead.
Keep Arkansas, give us the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Yeah,
Oh.
keep Arkansas, give us the Netherlands.
So get rid of Arkansas, take the Netherlands. Okay, that's
Oh,
your
yeah, yeah.
exchange.
All right.
What would you exchange?
Let's do a country
Alabama.
draft.
What?
Yeah.
Get rid of Alabama.
Get rid of Alabama. What are you taking in?
Denmark.
Denmark. Okay, so we're all right in that area, right?
Yeah.
He wants the Netherlands. You want Denmark. Personally, I was thinking get rid of Alabama and give us Sweden.
There you go.
We're all like in the same mind frame here.
Well, pretty much all of those countries seem to have their shit just together.
Yeah.
And you
They
don't
do.
hear of a landfall of crap coming out of them on a constant
Through their
basis.
evils of socialism.
Oh yeah, real evil.
Oh my god.
Real fucking evil.
What was it?
Okay.
My cousin was like, Denmark isn't as great of a country as they make it seem like they are. I'm like, buddy, they're doing better than us, so
Has he been to Denmark?
no.
That explains a lot.
Exactly. Socialism's the devil. Okay, what would be the craziest thing to see at a senior living facility?
An orgy.
I mean, I've heard that's a thing.
I guess it
A fight
depends
club.
on the
They
senior
do like
living
swingers
facility.
parties at senior citizen like home retirement facilities.
They do?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume.
Either that or a fight club.
I want to see a fucking senior citizen fight club. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah!
Wow. Right? Just a senior citizen fight club.
We should get a narrator for that. Morgan Freeman. And he goes to throw the punch. The punch will be super slow. Everything will look like slow motion.
No,
If he's
Hugh
ready.
Hugh Hefner versus Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
First rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. Second rule of Fight Club, what are we doing?
Exactly.
In a fight, Kane versus Walker.
That actually
You know-
sounds like a legitimate fight card, except for if you're talking about senior citizens, it's something completely different.
In a Kane versus Walker fight to the death.
Kane versus Walker. Because I think that sounds like the legitimate last names of a couple of people, you know what I mean?
A cage fight?
Cage fight, Kane
You
versus
should bring
Walker.
one weapon in. One brings a cane, one brings a walker. And whoever wins gives them both.
Cane versus air tank.
Oh my god.
I could imagine the after fight interview. How do you feel after beating Mr. Jones with that cane when he had that walker, which is heavier? And the guy just said, I didn't even know this thing had a horn. Meep, meep.
I think that conversation would be more like, they're asking him a question and everybody, can you back up? We're trying to use a defibrillator. He's in no condition right now. He won, but he's not winning.
All right.
Hold on.
All right, that one's long. Why don't you take that?
Okay. What if, when dogs are playing fetch, they're actually bringing the ball back because they think you like throwing it and just want to make you happy?
I mean, I already think that.
I don't think that with my dog because the dog legitimately does not want to give me the frisbee back after I throw it.
Oh yeah, no, Owen brings it back and fucking puts it down and he'll roll over onto his back. And
you got all kinds of dogs. Because my father-in-law has this dog, beautiful black German Shepherd. Well, his favorite game is have something in his mouth and basically dares you to try to take it from him.
That's my dog.
And
Owen's afraid of everything, so if you move too quickly towards him, he'll roll over on his back and just in the fetal position for fucking dogs.
Basically playing possum.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm good. Don't move too fast. I don't understand what's going on.
Pretty much.
And this guy, he's a very good dog, but he'll bring things in his mouth and just walk around you and stuff. And if you throw your hands, his most fun thing to do is just get you to, if you're not able to take it from him, he dares you to take it from him.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
How far up do bald people wash their faces? Omar, how far up do you wash your face?
To the back of my neck.
I would assume so.
Yeah, for bald people, where does the face end? Who's to say that we don't have an extra one back here?
At the back of the neck.
Right? I feel like
it's just forehead with a sequel.
It depends on how bald you are. Sometimes it's a trilogy.
So here's the thing. The way I'm balding is just the back. I have the yarmulke bald patch back here, but I usually just take it all off, and what it is just a forehead with a sequel.
Yeah.
It's like the forehead version of Once Upon a Time in America. Super low black forehead.
When I shave my head, I don't have any hair issues that require me to shave my head. Like some people shave their head, legitimately do it because they have that bald patch here or the balding horseshoe thing going on. I've got no hair issues. It's just I fucking hate hair. I just don't.
Yeah, because you have to maintain your hair.
I went through my 10 years worth of having long shoulder length to middle back length hair, and just living in Georgia for the better part of 12 years just drummed every bit of love that I have for long hair right out of me.
Yeah, I've been growing my hair out for 2.5 years now, and I'm not used to this.
I read a lot of your posts. You constantly have that itch to shave portions of your head again.
Yeah. Always.
All right, next question.
If you could create your own, law right now, what would it be?
My own law.
That's juicy. That's rich.
Vermin Supreme, ponies for everyone.
What is Vermin Supreme?
You don't know who Vermin Supreme is?
Nope.
He runs for president every election year. He wears a boot on his head.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I have no idea who he is.
Oh my god! Vermin Supreme is the fucking man. He's fucking homeless Santa Claus that promises ponies and socialism for everyone.
Right? We're all Googling right now. Vermin Supreme. Oh, there it
I just
didn't
put
even...
Vermin and Supreme just came through.
Oh my god, this fella, he's got a Pope hat. Nope,
He
that's
wears
not
a
a Pope
boot.
hat. That's a fucking boot. He's got a fucking boot on his head.
I told you.
This is...
That's my new favorite person right now.
I love him so. My best friend Marisa met him this year at
Where is he?
The presidential rallies.
Where is he?
I'm not entirely sure. He's on the East Coast.
He is homeless, so he is everywhere.
Oh, hey, there you go.
We should search him down, track him down, and do something with this guy.
You know what?
He's fucking awesome.
I've got an idea. I know we're doing your podcast right now, Miss B, but I want next Cinematic Anarchy, next weekend, we're going to do the movie the first half. We're going to discuss Vermin Supreme for the second half of our podcast. So everybody's homework is to go and find as many videos as you can watch of the guy and read up about him.
I'm like dying to see what the hell. Like how come I didn't know about this guy?
I'm surprised you guys don't know who Vermin Supreme is.
I'm mad at myself
He
for not
runs for
knowing.
president every election year.
I'm going to be honest with you. This dude looks like a guy that I used to work with down south. He was, his name's James Mullen, and let me tell you, James Mullen was a little out there too. He ran his own flea market. He was very much he's that kind of guy that he lived in a trailer out in back of his flea market and literally kept any number of weapons on a beam just above his front door just in case somebody came to his door that he didn't like. He met me with a machete one day, and I'm like, James, dude, whoa, hey, back up.
James Mullen.
Okay, so we got your ponies for everybody law. What's your law, Mr. Omar?
I will say federally legalized cannabis. Federal level, recreational and medical.
Okay. I want to outlaw stupidity.
Will go down in a big percentage.
I want to outlaw stupidity.
Oh, I want the federally legalized.
Bless you.
Like, federally legalized cannabis for recreational and medical use, but only if every incarcerated person, or every person who is incarcerated for marijuana charges gets released immediately.
Definitely. That should be made retroactive, yes.
I know this is not an easy thing to regulate, but like that's I want to outlaw stupidity and blatant ignorance. I really do. But I want to outlaw stupidity in such a way that it's sort of like we are making sure that our educational system is not broken. Schools should be properly funded. You know, our educational standards shouldn't be bottom of the barrel, no kid left behind kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know, because no kid's left behind, what that's turned into is just pass the kid no matter how well he's doing. I've seen how No Child Left Behind works. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's how it works. It doesn't. I agree. I totally agree because they just turned it into a shit show. I totally agree. Especially, you know, my youngest, who you met before at your place.
Right.
Right now, he's doing a lot of homeschooling with all this lockdown stuff, and he's saying that, and his mom says it too. He's doing way better now than he ever did in school. We were talking about homeschooling. He doesn't want to do that permanently, but he sees the difference in a lot of ways of how broken the system is because he's not needing
teach all the students the same way and make them conform to a certain standard when every kid is different. Like, every kid learns different. I had the hardest time keeping up with other students when I was in high school because they weren't teaching the way that I was learning. Or they weren't teaching in my language, so to say.
I've thought about something, and anybody I've told this to says I'm crazy. shouldn't they divide classes by learning style?
Yeah.
Because no matter what your learning style is, you are not alone. I don't care what way you learn, you're not alone in your learning style.
I feel like that would help, but it would also require a lot more training for staff and a lot more staff that they can't afford.
That's the problem, is that
they don't get paid enough to do these extra jobs.
You'd have to have specialized training.
If there's a few budgets I could think of that we could cut off, and there will be enough money for that.
That would also require a vast majority of your teachers to have a degree in psychology.
That too.
Because, in all honesty, there are some children, especially children with, like, severe ADHD, stuff like that, that it requires a different style of teaching and an understanding of exactly how their mind works. And most people that don't have a degree in psychology don't understand that, or people that have not actually had to adapt to that style of education.
There should be something in place where that will be a thing. If you want to be a teacher, you should also have some psychology studies as part of your curriculum to become a teacher, to become an educator. Yeah. The thing is that I think most of these governments spend so much money on other things that should go to education. More of it.
Well, I mean, if you look at it from the perspective of where our country is going wrong.
We didn't need to put over $1 trillion into fucking Wall Street. We could have put even half of that money into schools and fucking education systems. Things that would be better and more updated for the students of, like, right now. Because they're using the same fucking curriculums from, like, the 70s.
I'm sorry. I know, exactly. What I think is, and it's not Republican or Democrat, it's politicians in general. And that's why I hate them and don't believe any of them. We're prioritizing the profits of people that are already rich over education.
Exactly.
Also, another fucking law I want to see fucking signed into existence.
Yeah.
God, it was a great one, and I had it, and oh my, where'd it go?
Equal education for all. Period. I don't think there should be a such thing as a private school.
Yeah.
All that money that's going into private schools, pour that into the fucking educational system, period. Everybody should have equal access to education. Period.
Feel the burn!
I agree.
We shouldn't have to go into lifelong debt to get a college education.
Yeah.
You know? Parents shouldn't have to go into...
Good luck selling that to the people that say they're wrong because somebody rich or that is already rich and has their education say it's wrong. Because most of the people that don't agree with that haven't read the slightest thing about the topic or about the issues that will defeat having universal education for everybody.
And in all honesty, I mean, that kind of access, that level of access to education would actually solve a lot of other basic problems. You know, an educated society would probably solve a lot of our political problems, which is why they don't want it.
Yeah. Donald Trump himself said that he loves the uneducated.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah. Well, you can't understand. The dumber you can keep a populace, the more they will just blindly follow whatever you say.
The more easily manipulated and gullible that you are.
Yeah.
You know? And let's be honest.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah, okay. We got into political shit there too. Oh, sorry.
We got into political shit. We're not doing that. Which cereal's leftover milk would make the best ice cream flavor? Ooh.
What?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Does it leak that much into the milk, though?
Oh, several. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, definitely.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to give you a fun fact about myself. I've never cared for cereal with milk. Like, all my life, I've always eaten hot cereal.
What do you put on your cereal? Orange juice?
Nothing.
Well, then for you, what cereal would taste best?
So actually, what I do, when I used to drink cow milk, I used to have the milk on the side and just have a spoonful, have a sip of milk. But I never eat I'll always, like, since I was a kid. And it was the weirdest thing.
I can't drink milk anymore. I used to drink milk all the time when I was a kid, but now it just gives me stomach cramps.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cocoa Pebbles.
Mm-hmm.
Cocoa Pebbles would be a good one.
I think it would. It has to be the one that left the most flavor in the milk.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I was at Market Basket yesterday. They have Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Lucky Charms ice cream.
What?
Yes.
It's a thing? Oh my god.
Yes, General Mills is putting out their own cereal-flavored ice cream.
On that, about which I have a renowned expert here with me right now, and I will ask her their opinion on that, because I really think Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but we'll see.
Go ahead, tell the audience.
What leftover cereal milk will make the best ice cream flavor?
We're waiting. We can talk while we're waiting for his answer, too.
We can talk. I don't know why we're not talking. There's dead air. We don't want dead air.
We do not want dead air.
Well, she says a really sugary one.
Really? Well, there's a lot of them out there. I mean...
Fruity Pebbles?
Fruity Pebbles?
Fruity Pebble leaves flavor into the milk like that a lot?
I feel like Fruity Pebbles would be like sherbet.
Apple Jack cereal.
Ooh.
It's true. Yeah, Apple Jacks will taste good.
That'd be good.
Because the flavor of the milk from Apple Jacks is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And I do not just put a bowl of milk in the sink. I will drink the milk.
I don't even like cereal that much.
Yeah, me neither, but when I do have cereal, it's dry. So...
I don't edit much, but I am going to edit that, 5-second span of dead air out.
Okay.
Because we did get a little dead air there for a minute. Okay, I got 2 more questions here in the little...
Alright.
That air was very alive. It was just quiet.
Imagine a world where everything except murder was legal. What would be the second thing you'd make legal?
Illegal?
Illegal. So murder is illegal. What's the second thing in a world where everything else is legal that you would make illegal?
Rape.
I really can't contest that point. I can't think of a second thing that would be worse than that I would make illegal.
And here's the thing with rape. Rape is only legal on paper.
What?
Rape is only illegal on paper. If you look at all the rape cases, you will conclude that the only way rape is illegal is on paper. Not everybody goes to jail for rape. Not everybody even goes to trial for rape.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
People in power have other people to protect them. Look at Brock Turner. He only served 3 months out of the 6 months he was supposed to serve.
I think it also becomes sort of an issue of story.
I'm going to explain this to you. The way I see it.
Okay.
With rape. It's not, I don't think it's a matter of who or what. It's a matter of how many people you have around you that are willing to look the other way. And that will determine how bold and confident you are with your rape.
Let me see here.
So when you're that type of person, you're going to be either more bold or less bold, depending on how many people you know that are going to look the other way or find an excuse on your behalf for you doing it.
I think it also comes down to sort of a he said, she said kind of thing. Whose story's more believable?
You know, one of the things that keep rape alive is that there's even women, for example, that make excuses for male rapists about why women get raped.
I think the thing that
how does she expect not to get raped dressed like that?
Okay, so
I've heard women
Ireland,
say things like that.
In Ireland, there was a teenager who was going through this rape case, and the lawyer for defending the person who raped this girl, held up her underwear in court, basically saying she was asking for it because of the kind of underwear she was wearing. She's 17, and it's lacy underwear, and fucking like it's shit like that. Like fucking, I forget where I was gonna go with that.
I think that one of the things that keeps rape sort of a trivial thing is people like that. Misogynists, folks that are like, well, you were wearing this, so you were asking for it.
Yeah.
Or people,
it's victim blaming.
Wolf criers, people that basically cry wolf and are not being truthful about what's going on.
Well, yeah, I raped her, but this is what she was wearing. She was drunk. She was asking for it. This and that.
Also, I say this because this is an argument I've had with my daughter on several occasions. Women that don't necessarily protect themselves in public. First of all, I feel like you should be able to wear whatever the hell you want to wear, and guys shouldn't be able to attack you just based off of that. But I also feel that if you're going to wear something that might be provocative, make sure that you're with a friend that you trust, and make sure that you're out in pairs at the very least.
Yeah.
You know, don't go walking home alone, don't go doing... Just make sure you're protecting yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the victim's fault. Regardless of whether or not they're with someone else when they go out, they shouldn't have to be with someone else, but I get where you're coming from.
I also feel... Go ahead, sorry.
I get the example of that meme. It's not a meme, I'm not going to call it a meme because it's not comical, about the lady with the dog. She put that steak at ice level with the dog, and basically she says, this is a dog. He loves steak.
Oh, yeah.
But he knows it's my steak, so he's not touching it. So how does a dog have more self-control than a human? Like, the dog has more of an excuse. Well, you put that tasty steak in front of me, you were asking for me to steal it.
Because it's not a matter of self-control, it's a matter of power.
Exactly.
It's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
And in some cases...
Okay, away from the serious shit.
Huh?
Away from the serious shit.
Okay, here we go. My apologies. Here, next question.
Okay, if the show Punk'd, oh my god, was still on the air, which of your friends would you most want to watch on it? My boyfriend.
Fredo?
My boyfriend.
I would vote Seth.
He'd be able to take any of the fucking pranks so well.
I would vote Seth.
Yeah.
Personally.
I would like to hear his sarcasm coming out in these situations.
I think Zeph would actually be kind of good on that. I think Zeph might be decent at hosting that show.
I believe it.
I'll be a very boring person to be punked. Because when I feel like I'm in some kind of really, trouble like that, I'm just quiet thinking of the ways I'm going to either yes, sir, or run away.
The entire time, I'd be sitting there like, are you guys fucking pranking me? You're pranking me, aren't you? I'm done with this. You're pranking me.
Even if it's true, you will think that.
I would ruin it.
No, if I would be, because we all have our gullible moments, I would just be quiet thinking of how I'm going to, defuse or get out of this situation. Yeah. So I wouldn't make for great TV if I was being punked.
All right. We gotta leave we got two more questions because I want to leave this off with a little bit more fun than seriousness because that last question beforehand was fucking serious as hell.
Yeah. Okay, you're stoned in a mall. What store do you go to first? Obviously,
that's
Spencer's.
Easy.
Spencer's?
Obviously, Spencer's are a fucking hot topic.
Okay.
And then I'm hitting the fucking pretzel kiosk.
Annie's?
And going to Forever 21 to shop for 70s style bullshit.
Okay. Omar, you're stoned in the mall. Where are you going?
Pretty much every mall visit. This is pretty much like every mall visit for me. Like I go there, I have to be baked when I go.
The one at the pretzel stand at the one in Rockingham, I can't remember the name.
Annie's.
The Rockingham Mall.
Annie's pretzels.
That. For some reason, and those are very good pretzels.
Mm-hmm.
But they're especially good when you're a little crispy.
I don't like the ones downstairs. They're too greasy.
No, I just go there, and then, after I basically feel like I'm going to pass out from being too full, I will just go to Newbury Comics to look for records.
Personally, I think it would be a lot of back and forth. Just me walking back and forth from Brookstone to Cinnabon to Brookstone to Cinnabon. Just back and forth.
Yeah.
It would be a weird pattern. People would get worried after a while.
I will do the pretzels. Because other than like a few things, I don't have that much of a sweet tooth for a reason. So I will just go to the pretzel or to the chain. Oh yeah, I love Asian food when I'm toasty.
And I'm sorry that I've kind of taken over a little bit near the end of the podcast here, but I have the cards here. So
I'm just looking for my cigarettes right now. I don't know what I did with them, and I'm a dumbass.
That's your cue to quit. That's actually how I quit smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, I need to.
I got so angry I couldn't find my cigarettes. I decided to quit. That's how I quit.
Sort of a.
That I can't find them. I mean,
Where's Waldo for Marlboros?
Oh, to me it was bad. I was shaking. I was so angry.
I got one last.
No, I'm not like pissed about it or anything. It's a little annoying because I just had them.
You sound like me with my car keys.
I was a very neurotic young man at that time.
Whatever.
You sound like me with my car keys like every day. Where are the car keys? I can't find them.
Oh, wow. I'm a fucking idiot. They're right behind my fucking fan. My boyfriend pointed it out earlier to me, too, and I'm like, no, that's my acrylic nail set from CVS. And the cigarettes were sitting on top of the nails.
Nailed it.
They blend in?
Awesome. Yeah, they did, actually.
One last question here.
Alright. What would be an awesome piñata filler other than candy?
THC gummies.
Huh.
THC gummies and Jello shots.
I want to say.
No, I wouldn't want Jello shots because that'd be too messy. Nobody's gonna get any of the Jello.
No,
it's gonna be all over the place.
Properly, in little vials, properly closed.
Okay, I like the vials. Like actual. Yeah, I like the vials idea, but
the hard plastic little vial.
I was thinking just like the Jello in the piñata, fucking just.
No.
I'm horrible to children with the idea that I have. Okay? I want to get a party with a bunch of little kids. And I want to design a piñata that has Mentos in the top and Coca-Cola in the bottom. And upon the first impact, the Mentos drop into the Coca-Cola and the whole thing explodes.
I can tell you of one child that will have the time of his life watching that happen.
But you don't tell anybody.
And it will be my significant other's little one. He will probably have the laugh of his life with that. If that will happen, he will be like, wow, look! He went boom!
You warn none of the children.
I was thinking of putting a Mentos at the top, Coca-Cola at the bottom. Basically, when the piñata gets hit, the Mentos fall into the Coca-Cola and the whole thing explodes. Oh yeah, Liam will love that, and you will have to do it again for him.
I don't know. I'm thinking.
The little one with the hair you guys saw the other day, that one.
Yes.
Yeah, he will probably ask for an encore of that. Definitely.
I don't know what I'd fill a piñata with. I gotta think about that for a few minutes. Cause like the carnivore,
depending on where the party is too.
Depends on who's at the party.
Carnivore in me wants to do this like I want to like fill it with a full meal, like put plastic and shit underneath the piñata so it doesn't like hit the floor. But I want to put like ribs where the ribs would be, and like mashed potatoes in the head for the brain, or like spaghetti.
If you properly pack these things, you could do anything. Let's just think of a team party. Let's say like trailer park party. Just fill it up with the little dollar menu burgers from McDonald's and chicken nuggets.
French fries. That's it. Just like potatoes in all forms.
I want to ask, whose uncoordinated child forced us to have the pull-string piñatas?
They have pull-string piñatas?
Yes, they do. They have piñatas. What they do is they attach like 10 strings to the bottom, and then each kid walks up and yanks on a string, and only one string opens the bottom.
We're raising these kids to be super soft, man.
That's lame.
Like, half the fun is banging on it.
Right? But I wonder what parent got smacked with that piñata stick before they went, yeah, we're going to have to figure out something a little less violent for Junior.
All of them?
I think those kids at that party
like, it was a parents who were like, we're sick of this shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
those kids at that party were all the kids that need a birthday gift when they need a birthday gift too when it's not even their birthday because they got invited to another kid's birthday party.
I remember all the weaponry you ended up with as a child in parties that I went to. You ended up with the piñata stick, or you ended up having to run out of the way while some dizzy kid's running around with a thumbtack and a donkey's tail. You weren't taping that shit to the wall. It was a fucking thumbtack.
Yeah.
You know, you ended up with all... I had lawn darts. You remember lawn darts at all?
Yeah.
Massive weighted dart that you literally just threw up into the air and hoped that it landed in a circle.
We're raising these kids to be super soft. A pull-string piñata. Why?
Well, our toys as kids, I don't know if you got to experience most of them, Nico, but our toys as kids was a matter of survival sometimes.
We had some hardcore toys.
When we were like little kids, my dad got my brother a bow and arrow, and my brother almost shot him with an arrow by mistake. And my mom broke the bow in half, and then he got him another one.
What?
Yeah, my mom was like, "This shit isn't happening." She she broke the bow and she threw it away, and then my dad went and got another one.
Well, it's okay, because, you only shot Dad. Yeah.
I mean, he didn't stick around very long after that anyway, so.
That's how my mom would have been, okay, look, this is fucking dangerous, but you only shot Dad so you can keep it. As long as it doesn't happen to me, we're good. Now, there were a lot of dangerous toys with us growing up. You could have gotten electrocuted, punctured, all sorts of horrible things that they gave us kids.
My fun when I was a little kid living up in, Plastow, New Hampshire, was, jumping off my roof into the snow.
I had one of those under and over BB guns, the ones that you had to pump up full of air.
Yeah,
we didn't have, CO2 cartridges.
I remember those.
And if you pump those up with enough air, you could get a pretty good shot on someone. I remember having a few welts as a kid. I think we might be winding down.
Yeah, I think we're good for today.
I think we might have overdone the back end of the podcast because we didn't have much to talk in on the front end.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Don't go! Don't leave me!
Right, this is the most social activity that I get all week.
It was a good time, though.
Yeah, man.
Well, this is your podcast. You drum us up, Miss B.
Alright, well, we're winding off. That's it. We will be back in a few days to discuss more bullshit and movies and bullshit. Everyone, take care. Signing off.
Words and things, no?
Au revoir, bullshit.
Words and things. There you go. Words and things.
I don't know.
All right, everybody, be good. Love you all. Seth, we love you and miss you. We hope you get back to us soon.
We have to adjust ourselves to his schedule to get back.
Yeah.
All right.
Or kidnap him.
Alrighty, guys. Take care. Peace.